So we went to the UK in 2019. There's Barry to prove that we are in Edinburgh.
Having a wee bit of a Guinness and visiting Gladstone, a old building from on High Street.
There's one of those closes. This one was especially funny. And it rained, of course. And there's a beautiful castle. And then we took a literary pub tour that we'd done before, but this was fun because we went back to see it again.
This is one of the pubs, the inside of the pub where one of the writers,
If
Bobby Burns.
and then forever, deep in heart-wrung tears I'll pledge thee, warring sighs and groans I'll wage thee. Had we never loved so kindly, had we never loved so blindly, never met or never parted, we had ne'er been broken-hearted. That's quite enough of that.
Then we went to Roslyn Chapel. We took a cab out there, and it is really cool. It's,
I'm trying to gather the water from the gargoyle spout.
So the stonework here is renowned. It's supposed to be a masonry's dream, which is gorgeous. And then this gentlemanly stud is from the Georgian house.
We ate here at the Kilted Lobster. It's all proceeds go to a good cause.
Then we took the train to Oban, and there's the amphitheater above us, the old Roman amphitheater.
And then we took the Oban tour, where this fellow on the left, a little Scotsman, would give us the story. He had such a thick accent. He said he got kicked out of a restaurant because he wanted a fork and a spoon.
This is from our hotel window, hotel room window. And then we got on a ferry early the next morning to go to the Hebrides. So the first we stopped at was the Isle of Mull. Oh, so beautiful, otherworldly. I was really surprised to see those coos.
Highland coos on the shore.
On the beach with the bracken. And then, this was a highlight, we went to the Isle of Staffa to see Fingal's Cave.
And if you watch closely, you might see Finn O'Toole. O'Cool.
McCool, one of those.
McCool. She's hanging on for her life there.
Yeah. These waves were pretty serious, and that's cold. There we are on those weird geologic formations. So we'd seen the ones in Northern Ireland, and here we are in Scotland.
At the other end.
Other end of the Giant's Causeway, right? Dapper guy. And Barry risked life and limb to get right in there and get a good picture.
I'm following this guy in, not quickly, but following him.
It is. It was pretty astounding, really. Well worth the boat ride out there. Interesting formations. We were a little too late for puffin.
That was our boat. It
Little
was a
boat.
pretty small boat.
There's a lot of rocking going on. We didn't have as much time as they had planned there because the waves were higher than they thought.
It was pretty rough.
Pretty rough, so.
They weren't sure we were going to be able to land. Fortunately, we did, which was great.
It's very impressive. And the Isle of Iona was kind of mystical and magical and really got into being there. There's a nunnery. The mist around here too just added to the whole atmosphere of the thing.
Yeah, it was a little misty and rainy.
And this is where all the skeletons were women's skeletons around this monastery. St. Ronan's Chapel. Near the abbey. There's the abbey. It was ancient. It was really but it's still active today. People can go and attend not just services, but also seminars and classes and all kinds of stuff. They have people go and stay there. Modern sculpture in the middle of the cloisters. Oh, you're so cute. No dog fouling.
Lots of sheep all over and lots of coos. Highland coos.
We were really close and I didn't smell them. Oh, this was really nice. We had some beers and some local cheese and oatcakes, and I just love their mail. The Royal Mail trucks are so cheerful.
Still on the Isle of Ione.
And they have a small village there, lots of fishing going on. Look at the water. That was really unusual color. I wasn't expecting it to be that color. It's really beautiful.
Little tide pools. Then it's off to Glasgow. And we stayed at the Ibis.
Here we go.
Right then, you're here. Here's some stuff we might not have told you at reception. Wi-Fi is free. Now password, just crack on. It's fibre merkly proper fast. Brekkie is from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. 11 at the weekend. So come and have a scram when you fancy. It's no cooked. We wish it was. It's just cranny. No smoking in the law. No, even a crafty fag up the window. Just nah. Check out his 12 a.m.
Oh, that's good. So the Duke of Wellington statue always wears a traffic cone, and that's their thing now. It's a symbol of their city. This was an old Georgian building that's now a club and restaurant, and it was just so cool with the decorations, modern decor, and the ancient building that we were just gaga over that. They have tons of murals all over Glasgow, and so that was one. And this is the School of Practical Learning, which is like the sciences and stuff, but that was kind of funny. And this is St. Enoch cradling St. Mungo, and St. Mungo is right here as an adult. He's the patron saint of Glasgow. Glasgow Cathedral, with the symbol of Glasgow on that lamppost. Inside the cathedral, here we are, and lots of stained glass windows, and ancient stone, beautiful cathedral. It was used in the Outlander television series too as the church in Paris, or the hospital in Paris where Claire worked. So the symbols are oak tree with a bell, a salmon with a gold ring, and a robin. And those are all miracles that this Celtic Mungo, Saint Mungo was supposed to have done. And this is the floor. Everything was so decorative. And being autumn, those flowers against the walls made me crazy. Beautiful. So here's a note about some filming that was done in the cathedral for Outlander. That's where the bed was supposed to be, where Claire had her baby. And there is from the cemetery looking down, and here's some more of the cemetery up on the. It's huge cemetery. We went with a guide that day, and she walked us all around this model shows. She showed us how far we went. There she is. Her name was Elsa, right?
Yes.
Elsa. Here's the tenement house and museum. Mrs. Tord was a resident in this tenement, which is just an apartment, for like 50 years or something.
Yeah, she didn't get electricity in there until 1960, and so you could see the coal storage there, and she was a seamstress and lived with tenants.
She rented that room for a tenant, and she lived in that little cubby in the kitchen. Slept there, rather.
Yes.
There's a spurtle. Barry's going to make a spurtle. Here's the University of Glasgow, which was just gorgeous. And what the guide told us that they wanted to use this setting for
Harry Potter,
but they
turned him down.
And so that's where they ended up at.
So now
Cambridge,
the university is accepting any requests
for filming.
For filming,
because it was crazy. We went to the Hunterian Museum. This is the Blackstone chair, which is where students are quizzed orally, and they have 20 minutes, and then they're done up until the mid-19th century. And that other one was the Hunterian Museum, and this is some more of the grounds. Yeah, really classic, Gothic, old university-looking stuff. It was
Just
really
sort of
pretty.
remind you of Harry Potter.
Oh yeah, it looks great. It was so beautiful, and we were lucky to have such a beautiful day. There was a wedding, so this was the car ready for the bride and groom. Yeah, it's us on the river and heading on our way to Brewdog's across the street.
The original Brewdog's is in Glasgow.
Okay, that was it. All right then.